Hi, hello. Are we set, please?
Hi, Cornelius.
Yeah, hello.
Um,
I think we are set.
yes, Frank.
Yeah.
Okay, we can start.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Brian will share his screen, and then we'll go through the action list. Basically, we just need to keep track of all that we are doing, and then know who needs to give us what support going forward. I believe today we've made some progress, some good progress. So, Brian, if you can share your screen, we'll go through the action list. If anything is missing from this list, we can just also populate it up and then track it accordingly. All right.
I'm already
Mr.
sharing
Arnold,
my screen. Oh.
okay. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Brian, let's go through the actions from top to down. We can if anything is completed from yesterday, we can ignore that and then look at those in progress and then not started.
Okay, for yesterday, the only problems we encountered was the user. How do you call it? Setting up some of the users for the sandbox, giving access to some of the users. But I think that has been rectified. And so far, with the work in progress, we are still on the GLs, the vendors, customers, materials, warehouse, and location taxes. But I guess we've made a great progress today concerning, I think, 90% of this. The only thing we are being left with now is the materials. I think that is the products. Yes, but we've set up the taxes, warehouse, and locations. The customers is in the system, vendors as well as the charts of accounts. So I would like to confirm with the team, the Maridav team, where there are some loopholes we need to cover, and also if there are some additions or some things they want us to include in setting up the system for them.
Right. So Brian, first the first line item is what read it out to me, please.
On where particular in terms of which line item?
From the action list, what's the first action list?
The sandbox being activated for Maridav and it's been done.
Okay. Please,
Deep
can the
simulation.
Maridav team confirm to us their access is working? Everybody's access is working. Colonels.
Yes, all access.
Yes.
Everybody's access is working. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are we able to go into the system, or do we need any? I'm sure after yesterday's meeting, Brian, you took Mr. Osafari through the Odoo system.
Yes,
To
please.
Does the rest of the team have similar understanding and knowledge, and are they able to navigate their way through?
Yes, please.
Please, now that team, can you confirm for us too?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So, Brian, we can mark that as completed. And the next action.
Deep simulation of masters uploaded in sandbox by us. And
Right.
yes, we've
So,
uploaded some in there.
yes, so the GL, the chart of accounts have been done. The customers and vendors have also been done. We need the colonels, please, we need your guys to also check and confirm for us formally. I mean, if you can just shoot us a mail that the chart of accounts is looking good, it's as expected. If you can also confirm the vendors and the customers, that will be very good for us to progress.
Yeah. So Charles here.
Hi, Charles. Yes.
Yeah. So the chart of account for Maridav has been set up. I went through with your guys this morning. We've done some corrections, so I think it's okay for now. I've also gone through the customer list. It's okay. I'm working on the vendors now. I'm almost done, and then we can confirm that the vendor list is also complete. Yes.
Oh, that's good. So, Just on the customers and the vendors. Brian, confirm to me, did we do the grouping? So do you have any grouping as such as foreign, local, third party, or do we have any such groupings?
Okay, for the groupings, it come with the customers. I aligned with Mr. Charles this morning, like he mentioned. We aligned with him, certain and he confirmed that there's some groupings, the northern and southern, but we need to look at that and how we're going to put that in the Odoo system. Putting it in there is not a headache. It's not something, it's not rocket
Right.
science as well. It's just some customization that you have to do and create that space for them. Just create that space for it. That's all.
Right, right. So, Brian, please also document this. Let us be clear. So, what kind of groupings? What is the basis for the groupings? It's just for documentation purposes. We'll hand everything over to Maridav. But let us have a clear understanding. Is it per the grouping per location, or it's per activity type, or it's per whatever it is? We need to have this grouping.
Okay, so he mentioned that it's per location. It's per location, yeah, where the customers are coming from.
Right. But
Yeah,
Charles,
so
do you have some?
in NetSuite, what we have is per sector. So we have the southern sector and the northern sector. So Kumasi will fall under the northern sector, Accra under the southern sector. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any customers outside of Ghana?
Yes, we have one major customer, Maridav Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
So how do you treat that? How is that also grouped?
So that one, we just make the categorization or the class Maridav Cote d'Ivoire. So that will be the sector that the company Maridav Cote d'Ivoire will fall under.
So that is more of an affiliate.
Yes, so the class in the system.
Company then.
We are setting up
customer.
3.
Yes.
Please come again.
So as in the so technically it is an affiliate customer.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what I would actually suggest is if you can group your customers. Generally, the best practice would be to say local, foreign, and then even if it is local, then we can do the subgrouping into the location, northern sector, southern sector. But at least we should have local, foreign, affiliate, and employee. At least we should have these main groupings.
Okay.
What do you think? I mean, so in terms of sometimes if you want to do analysis, you can actually break it at that level. And then if you want to do the local breakdown as well, then you can do the locations, northern, southern, central, and all that.
I don't know if you've seen what we have in NetSuite. Once we go to the register, AR register, account receivable register, we see the breakdown for northern sector and southern sector, which is Accra, Kumasi, and then our affiliate company, which is Maridav Cote d'Ivoire. Yes, so the register gives us the breakdown per sector. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
But I understand, but I'm just thinking you guys going bigger and to say you're having like more than one customer outside Ghana, not just the affiliate. If you are selling to, you need to clearly segregate them because sometimes even your pricing to them may be different.
Yes, it's in order. So please, let's do it the local foreign. I mean, let's create it that way, local foreign, and then we can put the Ghana, the sectors under the Ghana one, and then the foreign ones.
The local.
You guys.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ryan, please note this and then let's give it an action.
Okay.
And now I would suggest a similar for the affiliates, for the vendors as well. Because I'm sure there may be some points you may be having some affiliate vendors and affiliate customers, foreign. Right now, I believe most of your vendors are local, or is it foreign?
I think we also have some foreign suppliers. They also fall under our
Okay.
vendors. So we have some outside the country. Yeah.
Okay. So let's do a similar categorization for the vendors as well. And then the vendors, you have the employee vendors too, right?
Yes, we have that.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Brian, currently, how did we do the loading for them,
For which one?
for the vendors? What
So
groupings do we have?
we
For
scoop
the...
we scoop the data from NetSuite. I
Yes, I
think
know.
all the filters you are mentioning right now wasn't part of the field, so we scoop what was present at the moment and
Okay,
migrated it into Odoo.
great, great. So let's see if we can upgrade it as such. If we can migrate it as such, update it as such. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Oh,
So, okay, we are in the
so for the materials, I think we already have discussed this. So do you want to take it up and probably just take them to what we have? We will be doing
Materials.
a setup. Yes.
for the
The warehouse.
warehouse.
The warehouse. Sorry.
Yeah.
The warehouse. Yes. Yes.
So,
So
Brian, let
said,
me
will you
share.
share your screen?
Yes. Okay, so this is what we got. So we will need you to make some changes or maybe confirm for us. We're having 3 warehouses. As we know, it's based in Tema, and then so layer marks, finished goods, and then raw materials. So finished goods can supply to raw materials, and layer marks can supply to finished goods, and also finished goods can also supply to Trex store, Kumasi, and then Kumasi Nim. And so we are having 6 locations, but then 3 warehouse. So if there are any changes you can make, or if we didn't get something well too.
And then finished goods can also supply to raw materials. Finished goods can supply to layer mass store,
yes.
warehouse. Yes.
So the arrow should be here and there.
Yes.
Okay, so like
because
this.
remember, we said some finished products, some raw materials come as finished products.
Yes.
So they can also be taken from finished product warehouse to layer mass concentrate for production. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Then said, let me do that routing right now. Said, continue, please.
Yeah. So I think that is it. Then if you if you come to the system too, we are having these names for the warehouses. Do you have a particular name, or we should maintain what we have done? That's Maridav finished goods, Maridav layer marks, and then Maridav raw materials.
Why don't we use what we have in NetSuite?
Okay, so what was Brian? Can you?
So they
Because
had
of the
Accra. They had Accra raw material, I think, and they had layer marks. And one I've forgotten, but what was under the crack? Let me log into it.
Let me just go to NetSuite and then. Okay, so we have under Accra We have layer mass concentrate store. We have a warehouse. Let's make it warehouse. Then we have main
Okay.
warehouse,
Layer max
finished goods.
concentrate warehouse.
Yes. Then we have main warehouse, finished goods.
Okay.
And then we have raw material warehouse.
The main warehouse, finished goods. Layer max warehouse.
Yeah.
And the last one is
Raw
raw
material.
materials warehouse. All right. Raw material warehouse, please.
Yes,
Oh,
raw material warehouse.
all right. You got it.
Okay. Okay. So you
And
do
then the
the changes.
last one under
Uh-huh.
Accra will be the last one under Accra will be the Trek store. You know, we discussed on Trek store. It's a virtual, it's not a physical store.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
yeah. So this is it. What we are saying is that it's like a location and where we supply the goods from the main warehouse to that place, right? To the truck store.
yes.
Okay. So
All right.
you see it in under location. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I
we are
see
going to
that. Yeah.
change. We are going to change. Yes. So we are going to change the names so that. Okay, but for this one, they may not really change.
Yes,
Warehouse.
because the finished goods are coming from there
Yeah.
and going to
This
those
ones,
places.
this ones may not
Yes.
change, but yeah, and the warehouse will change the name to suit it for you. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So I think we are okay with uh, the warehouse and then location. We will do the
Location.
correction. Okay. Mr. Fabi, please. I'm done with my end. Okay.
Is there the taxes, but let him.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Hello.
sir.
Hello. Please, can I say one thing?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
The production floor. Can we also set up a production floor, design a production floor for the production of goods? No, right now what we do is we use I think, is it work? I'm coming. Let me just look at what we use now. We use the work order to enter the production for the day, work order. And then it gives us everything we need for the production. But I think we should set up the production, or the production should be done at the production floor. I don't know if it can be
Yes.
done in the system for us.
Yes, it is possible because there's a shop floor. I think relative same as the production floor you are talking. We just need to understand the process over there and configure
No,
it as
Brian, I
such.
think Brian.
Yes.
Hello. Now I think he's still referring to the warehouse and the location.
No,
Yeah.
he's referring to the production floor.
So now I'm looking at production now.
Yes,
Okay.
production. Yeah, there's a
Can we
shop.
have
There's a tool embedded in Odoo. It's an app.
Okay.
I don't know if you open the app, you see shop floor. It works as a
okay,
production floor. Yes, it works as a production floor. So we just need to understand the processes around there and set it up as such.
okay. So I wanted the production manager to join so he can explain how he wants it done. So
All right, we can schedule a call at any time so that we understand the
you let,
processing.
you let me see. We can go on, but let me see if I can get him to join.
All right, sure. Mr. Dudu,
Brian,
I think for the warehouse we are done until taxes as we wait for the production guy.
Yeah. So just a comment on this production. I think we said we were going to have the discussion for production separately. So
Yes.
we'll get a better understanding of the production process and then how we need to set it up. So
Okay.
yeah. So if you have him available, we can always have that discussion with him. Right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
a quick
Right.
one, Charles.
Yes.
With reference to the locations, I see defective product store. Is this something we use?
So normally what happens is if there's any defect, we use it, but not often. So maybe they can also add it to the list.
So
So it's like
so is it from the warehouse to the defective or from every location?
Yeah, so that will be from the main warehouse.
Okay.
Or yes, that will be from the main warehouse. Or if we receive any product that is defective, then we send it to that particular store. Yeah.
All right. All right.
So Charles, is it a physical location on its own or it's a section within the location?
It is not a physical location. It's just a virtual thing that we do to recognize that particular product that is defective. Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
we have it in Odoo.
So then I would not
as,
suggest.
so okay.
No, sir.
I
So
was
please go on.
I was saying that virtual location tool is in Odoo, which handles that aspect for you. So we don't have to really set it up.
No.
As you are,
We should not do virtual. See,
No, we should name it
we
and
should
put
not
it
do
under
virtual.
finished goods rather.
Yes, exactly. So
okay.
whichever, yes, we can keep it under the finished good warehouse or the
Yes.
raw material warehouse, but it will be a storage location by itself. So we know anything
Okay.
under there is the defect.
Yeah.
I wouldn't advise we do anything virtual. Whatever be the case, Charles, you guys may at some point try to maybe physically segregate an area for defects. If you don't have space and you want to keep it in the open spaces, yes, in the system will still create a session for it, so you can still do it. But
Okay.
it should
All
be
right.
something that you should think of doing the physical segregation.
Okay, that's
Right.
funny.
Okay. All right. So then sorry, Brian and I said, based on this warehouse setup, now we can start thinking of doing the material loading. Okay. We can
Yes,
take
please.
the material and then start the loading. All right. So please, that will be the only for the master data upload. That's like the one thing that is pending from our end. So,
Yeah.
right, please share your screen again on the
All right.
action list. Yeah. Okay. So we can keep the GLs, vendors, and customers green, and then we put the materials in yellow. Warehouse also green.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay. So now let's look at the alignment on the cutover procedure. I think we've aligned on this one, so we can change it to green. Yesterday we did that. The balance sheet review. Charles, when can you guys give us do a review and confirm you have currently what is in NetSuite is good, and then we can start planning the cutover.
Oh, it's good. I just sent my management meeting account for April. So up to the end of April is good. I just have to up to the end of March is good. I just have to go through the April transactions and then confirm it. So tomorrow, I'll do that tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, that'll be helpful. Thanks a lot.
Mr. Farah, please, before you proceed, can take them through the taxes that he set up.
Yes, for your confirmation as well. Yes, true.
Please take over from the taxes and share your screen, please.
Okay, so for sales, we have Get Fund, NHIL, COVID, and then we have the group tax. That's the 21.9%. And then also for purchases too, we have the 2.5 for Get Fund. Then COVID and NHIL too. Given, and then we also have the group tax for purchase. And so, and then also we've done withholding on goods, that's 3%, and also on works, 5%, then services, 7.5. So, for instance, if I go to an invoice, this is the 21.9% on the 500 on this particular, and then I also have the vendor. Yeah, the vendors too, the 21.9, and then we also have a withholding tax applied here. So you can go through and also confirm at your end, but these are the taxes we have done so far. And then if there are any that you want us to also add or change, then you let us know. And then also with the taxes to the accounts for each of the taxes. I think we spoke with Charles in the day, and we had Get Fund, NHL, then COVID, one account on the sales side. So the question was, should we use the same on the purchase, or that one maybe? I haven't showed it to Mr. Fari, but that's where we are as at now. So. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, so that's something we've done on the tax.
Charles, the tax is okay. Currently, how it's set up, is it okay for you guys?
Yeah, they are okay. We checked it this afternoon, and they are okay.
Okay, all right, great.
Okay, so with the accounts, like Seth is saying, for the for the sales, Seth, is this sales or purchases?
For the sales, I use the Get Fund. We use the Get Fund, NHL, and then COVID. But how about purchase? Is there any account we have to use, or the same thing? Yeah. Do you get?
Yeah, Charles.
Charles,
you want to use the same GL for the both purchases and sales
yes.
taxes?
Yes.
Same account. Okay.
Yes, but we don't have this the taxes on our chart of account. So I don't know if
it
will be linked to the chart of account here. Okay.
Yes,
so please refresh.
How much? How much?
So please refresh and you get it, please.
Okay. Right.
This is it. So when you refresh, you see it.
Okay.
And then VAT, the 15%. Okay, that one will be VAT payable and VAT receivable. So I'll do it after the meeting. I think.
All right.
That one, we are not having any major issue with that.
Okay.
What about withholding to?
Good job, guys.
Hello, the last one has to do with the withholding, the account to handle that.
Withholding.
Yeah, withholding tax.
That will be on sales when we sell the.
No, purchases. Withholding on purchase. Withholding taxes.
Withholding on purchases.
Yes, when you purchase and you have to withhold taxes.
Do we serve as agents for the tax authority Where
Yes,
we
we
withhold
serve
and
as
issue.
agents. Yes.
Okay, and we issue withholding certificates.
No, so after withholding, we send a schedule to GRA for
Mhm.
validation, and then GRA will have to recognize the payment you've made, and then they will credit it in the customer's portal or their tax portal. That's what they do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you don't issue out the certificates.
No, we don't
And
issue anything. Yeah.
okay, that's fine. So I think the question is that the account for withholding for it to reconcile. Is it okay, or we need to do any edit to it? Seth, can you actually share which account is used? The GL itself.
Okay, we haven't set one, but withholding, let's say this.
I'm
Okay,
receiving
so
the
I think withholding
receiving
tax
the
payable. Okay, yeah, so we can use this one. Are you okay with this?
Yes, withholding tax payable. Yes, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Farr,
That's good.
please, I think, yeah, we are good here. Okay.
But
Oh,
can
okay.
we
All right.
still do corrections when we start the live, and then there are some maybe issues, or we can still
Yes,
do
on the
corrections?
account.
Charles, not to worry. Any
Yes.
day you
Okay.
can change whichever account you want to post it into.
Okay, all right.
Brian, can you go back to the screen? Let's see what's still pending. Or we
all
haven't
right.
discussed it.
Please, can you see, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
I
Mr.
think
Farr.
this action of Rasi, you can actually just mark it as green because we know who's doing what now. Otherwise, we'll be in the
Okay.
score. So, yeah. I think, Charles, the major thing now for us will be for the core financial postings, PO, purchases, sales, general entries. We will need for you to give us some fast track test strips. If I say fast track because we are in a hurry.
Okay.
If you can give us some test scripts, what are the type of documents you post, and then we can try and simulate and see if it's coming out well. Then we can already start looking at doing the next phase from next week. I
Okay.
think that's the main thing we need now.
If you can give me the list, like purchases, we start from the order, purchases order. If you can give me so you need for purchases, you need for sales, you need for expenses, you need for all those things, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
all right. Okay.
So would that be like generally from on top of your head, like I mean from your experience, what are the kind of
Yes.
transactions you have? Just let us know, then we can see how we should be simulating these for outputs.
Okay. When do you need that document?
Please, that will be the main thing we need to do tomorrow. So
Okay.
today, from this evening onwards, what we are going to do is just fine-tuning all these
Okay.
configurations we've done today, the taxes and all. If you give us the list of the tests tomorrow, we're actually posting real transactions, and then we will see from your feedback if they are okay. We need to do a twist and tweaks. Then we will do those to get them corrected and ready for your May.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. That's right.
Besides that, I don't know if there's any other thing we have missed to capture. Yes, one thing I needed to ask: do you guys have any types of forms or forms that you print or you download from your transactions? Is there any?
Hello, please come again.
Currently from
Hello.
NetSuite, do you have any forms or output documents that you do from NetSuite that you want to do same in Odoo?
So I mentioned
Output
to your
documents.
guys, when you say output document, what does it mean?
For example, do you like PO printouts? Do you do your invoice printout? How your invoice looks like? We need to have a see and then simulate those. See if we can create same.
Yes.
The
You
invoice
mean their
output and all that.
templates? Their templates, what they
You want
want
to
to see on.
you want template and all that. Okay, all right. So we'll get that for
Yeah.
you. You want us to print some documents and then scan and send to you, right?
Oh, not necessarily print, but even if you, yes, okay, just for us to get how it looks like. So if we have an output, for example, the way the invoice output template looks like in the Odoo, is this something you can adapt or we need to
Okay.
customize? We need to
Okay.
understand all those. Yeah, to get
Yeah.
this.
All right. Yeah.
Okay,
So
Mr. Cornelius.
Yeah, hello.
Mr. Cornelius,
Brian,
please
please, Brian, please make a list of what. Sorry to interrupt, Brian. Please make a list of all these things we are discussing now. So that will be our action item to track tomorrow.
all right. Mr. Cornelius, please I aligned with Mr. Ernest this morning concerning the letter of engagement that I sent. He mentioned that he was going to sign and send it ASAP, but
I
up
heard
to
from
now
him.
I've still not received the email from him. So please kindly give him heads up if there need be.
Yeah, I'll follow up here.
All right. Thank you very much, please.
All right.
hello.
Hi.
Yeah. So we're also trying to set up I think the system, VAT system as part of some of our materials or the products
VAT.
that we sell. Yes. VAT and then
Okay.
the duty and all those things.
Yeah,
Yes.
landed cost, right? Some of the landed
Yes.
cost. And
Yes.
you infuse it into your bill, right?
Yes.
Yes, I'm in the none of that, so I don't know which of the landed costs or some of the um I call service items you
We have
do.
we have
So
we have an a bill, so we can share the bill with you. As it stands now, we capture it separately from the invoice amount. So the
okay,
invoice
so if
amount
I
we captured.
all right, that's fine. So if I can get that and get those items, we create them and do the needful onto that so that we can assign them to bills and see how it works out.
Okay. And then our products that we import, some of the products they attract VAT, but as it stands now, we don't charge VAT. So we want to also uh, design those materials. Whilst we are creating the materials in the system, it should come with that VAT computation.
I don't get it, please. Set, please, did you get that?
So the example, if we import maybe methionine and then
Uh-huh.
we pay VAT maybe as part of our duties and everything that we pay at the port,
Okay.
we are supposed to charge the output, as in we are supposed to add the VAT to the cost of our products and all that, and also give
So that
that
you can
so we can
see the
report.
cost.
Yes, we can report on it at the end of the day. You know, when you are at the end of the month, you need to give a report to government on how much VAT you've collected. So you do
Oh,
the net off between your inputs and then your outputs, the VAT.
okay. So the difference.
Yeah, the difference. So we need to now set up the VAT on the item so we can also charge and then we can do the calculations and all that. But I think Enoch is aware of this the VAT thing. So we'll have to maybe
Okay.
bring him in because we started with
Okay.
NetSuite. We wanted to do it in NetSuite, but it was not done. So I think he's aware. So we can maybe contact him and then because he even said
Okay.
I can even do it. He can show me to do it in the next week, but we couldn't conclude on that. So maybe we have to contact him and see if it can be done in
Okay.
Odoo or something. Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Okay,
align with him
definitely.
after this call.
Okay. All right.
Or set,
Yeah.
are you abreast with something like that?
No. Okay. So, Brian,
Okay.
I think you align with Enoch, but we are scope is creeping here. Let's stick to the scope for this shift and shift. This is actually a lift and shift. So whatever we have in next week, let's stick with that now. I think we will note this and then we will start looking at the solution in Odoo instead. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're going to get distracted with the main
Okay.
purpose for
That's
this.
fine. Okay, that's fine.
All right.
I
I
think
guess
that should be it for today. Unless there's any other thing with Mr. Charles and Colinius, then you can quickly draw attention to, and then we can work on it before tomorrow. Do
Okay.
we need? Sorry, please go
I
ahead.
was saying that as part of the document, you like to have a feel of how their invoices look like your
yeah, he
invoice.
mentioned I was going to send it so that we see those service items too as well and create them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, hello.
Sorry, Mr. Farah, please continue.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Charles. Yes.
Yeah, so I just wanted to find out, we are doing this whole migration with Maridav Ghana Limited, but I just want to notify that we have another company alongside.
Yes, that was mentioned yesterday. So
Yeah,
in fact, I think I'll connect with Enoch so we can close the discussion on this one with Mr. Usafari.
okay.
Probably today before tomorrow noon we should have a clear roadmap on that one. But just for you to be aware, even in the masters, we recognize it. So I think we are doing some segregation. Just that we need some confirmation and commitment to go
Okay.
full throttle on the consolidated. Yes.
Okay. No
Some,
worries.
some things must shift a little. Yeah.
But Brian promised he was going to set up the chart of account for console this afternoon. Oh.
I'll start with
Hey,
it.
right. Did you promise? Did you make any promise?
I'll start with it. I'll start with that
Brian,
one
did
and
you
hold
make
on.
any promise?
I'll start with that and hold on.
But don't worry, Carlinhos. It's not something that we cannot do. It's very doable.
All right.
And I'm sure within the time frame we have, we should be able to do something as well for the consolidated. So let's just have that alignment quickly done by close of day, and then we can move on. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Collinas and Mr. Charles. I appreciate your
Right.
time.
Okay.
Thank you too.
Okay. I wanted to check. Do we need to have another group? I think maybe in the morning before the late afternoon call, just like today, possibly for the production. If you can get the production manager to give us.
Production
Yes.
manager is online. So Gideon.
Oh, so we can take it up now.
Yeah, they need some information from you, some feedback.
Okay.
Oh, good
Yeah, hello.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. What about you?
By grace, by grace. So we just wanted to just get from you your story of production. So how do you do your production? How the material flows? Just to give us a good understanding of how to set up the system in Odoo.
Okay, so for the production,
Yeah.
so what we used to do, so do you want I thought we spoke about it earlier. Do you want physically or what we do in the next suit earlier?
So what do you do in Nestle to be a good start?
Okay, so what we do in NetSuite is, as we discussed earlier, our materials are all the inventory is in the raw material store. So after every production, we don't do any transfers from the raw material store because they are there. We just pick the items there and then we create the transaction from the BOM in the raw material store. Then when we are done, we do a transfer from raw material store to finished goods warehouse. So the BOM is set up in a way that
the process order.
Yes, like manufacture work order. Yes, we call it work order, process order. Yeah.
Okay. So based on the process order, you have the quantities and all. So then now you have to pick from the various components.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So you transfer the quantities to the various components, you do your manufacturing, and then you do confirmation of the
Yes,
finished good. Okay.
yes. Mhm.
So in NetSuite now, do you
So
do everything in the system? Is it like you do all everything in the system, or you just do process order, then everything is offline until you say, okay, we finish this quantity,
yeah, so
producing this quantity.
for the next suite, I think they have been two steps: the work order and then an assembly
Assembly
build.
build.
So the work order has the bill of materials already set up. So when we input the quantity that we are manufacturing, then calculates the quantity of raw materials
The
to be
component,
used.
right, right.
Yes. Then we confirm. After confirmation, it takes us to a page where you create build. I think for the create, what it does is that after you've confirmed the quantities, the create build will now take out the quantities from the raw material inventory. So when you confirm the assembly build, when you save, it now takes the quantities that you wanted to use for the work order out of the raw material inventory. Then what will be remaining there will be the one left for the next production or something like that. So after you do the work order and then the assembly build, then now we do a transfer order to the finished goods warehouse.
Mm, okay, okay. All right. In your manufacturing process, do you have anything like losses,
No,
wastage?
no, there's nothing like that in there.
So
Yes.
so now back to the unit of measure for it. So I believe some materials are in bags, some maybe you said most of your materials are in
In
bags, right? They are powder form.
yes, but then we pick them in kg units.
Okay,
So
but it's
we have
okay.
some few raw materials in 25 kilo bag form.
Okay. So
Yeah,
so your unit of measure of production mainly is in kgs.
in kg, yes.
You consume in kgs and then your output is in kgs.
Yes.
Do you have any material that you have to actually do in count and then your output is in kg?
No.
Okay.
So for the
On liters.
packaging,
Mhm.
they are in when you say counts, how do you mean? Like
So
numbers,
for
like
example,
single?
let's say do you have some powders that you may have to actually mix with maybe some liquids that are measured in liters to give
No,
an
no, no.
output that is in okay.
No, no, no,
Okay.
no. It's just the powders that we put together in the production. So like the powders are weighed in kg.
Okay.
Yes.
So so if I should have, so your main production process is more like a blending thing. It's more
Yes,
like
yes, it's
blending.
a blending of the powders together.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then so from raw material you blend and then you package.
Yes.
Okay. Then that's a simple production process. So
Yeah, very,
you
very
don't have a
simple.
lot of you don't do any cooling, any heating, any
No,
steaming,
no, no,
nothing.
no, no, no. We don't do all that.
Okay.
Just the mixing and then the packaging and then the transfers.
I try, yes, yes. Right, right. So in NetSuite now, when do you do physical transfers or it's like once you do the confirmation, automatically the transfer is done?
Next suite, yes, we do. No, in the next suite, it's just the automatic. But then physically, we do transfers from
The
the
transfer from the
production,
location to you.
yes, to the
Yeah.
finished goods store,
Okay.
yes.
But system wise, it's automatic.
But no, system, we do a transfer. That's what I mean. We do a transfer order from the raw
Okay.
material
Okay.
store to the
No
finished
material
goods
to
store.
okay. 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 I got it. I got it now. All right. All right. All right. And all this is done at the which location do you do this?
Raw material
So
store, raw
like when
material
you're saying
warehouse.
raw material warehouse.
Yes.
So now it comes into question what Charles was saying. We need to create a Charles. What name did you give it? You said
Production
what
floor.
production floor exactly. So that once you do the confirmation on the production floor, you do transfer from production floor to the finished good warehouse, right?
Yes. Yeah. So that means that then before the production, the raw materials will be moved from the raw material store to the production
Yes,
floor. We use it
exactly.
there.
Yes,
We do a transfer
system
from
wise.
production floor to
The
the
finish
finished
Exactly.
good.
goods warehouse.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Even if you ask me, I want us to put one more step even before we move to the finished good. The production floor will receive, but when they finish the production itself, there needs to be like a place where I say I've received, like a handshake between two departments. That will be production department and then the
Finish
warehouse
goods
So,
warehouse
department.
development.
Yes,
okay.
yes. Yes. So we may think of putting another stage where we'll stage it to say, okay, we did the production, we've confirmed this quantity that was produced. Now let's move it from this confirmed location to the finished goods location, just for traceability. And sometimes it also helps with the batch management because this is the batch I produced. It was received into this location at this time. When we are moving to this, we have that same batch move. I don't know if your production is continuous that it is purely batch managed. So you will have to finish one batch before you do
Yes,
the next
yes.
batch and all that.
Yes, we
Okay.
do in batches. So if we are to do 4 or 5 batches in a day, we'll do it one after the other.
How many shifts do you run?
Mostly
24
one,
hour
but
economy.
sometimes we do two shifts.
Oh, okay. So maximum 2 shifts.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think we'll get around this and then we'll come back with the production part. I think that's like next phase.
But please, before we move from
Back to you
production.
on that. If we need any clarity, we'll connect. Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm saying that normally with the production after transfers, the warehouse guys, they do a receiving and all that. Is that what you're talking about, the handshake thing?
Yes.
That,
Yes.
that's the,
Exactly.
okay. That would be cool.
Okay. Yeah. Because the idea is that's why I'm asking shifts. So, for example, if there's a night shift that you did the production, there should be somebody should take care of it for that period before warehouse comes for it, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's say the supervisor will say, okay, I have finished my production and it is in this location. I'm sure it's a physical location that they will finish. You do the confirmation. That same location, probably you may have quality do their testing, whether everything
Yes.
is fine. Then
Yes.
from that location, it goes to finished goods in warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that handshake location is more of where the testing and confirmation is done, and before it goes to finished goods warehouse.
Okay. No, that's nice. Please, one last thing. You talked about the batch managing way or style. Is it that you're
Yeah.
going to have it in a way that each batch will indicate the batch numbers and everything in the
So
transaction?
next, right now, I believe you are using the work order as the batch, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we
But
can keep saying, not to
yeah.
complicate anything.
We enter the
But
batch numbers manually.
manually, so if there's a way the system can generate the batch numbers so that will follow the system will
Okay.
yeah.
So you get your batch is work order is manual. Is the work order system generated or manual?
It's manual, it's generated, but I don't know how to put it. It's generated, but then you can edit some of the inputs. I don't know if you get it.
And that
But
includes
then,
the batch numbers, which we do
yes,
manually.
I think when we did the setup, Cornelius, we didn't set it up in a way that the batch numbers would be generated automatically.
Yes.
So now we want to do that with Odoo.
if that is possible.
If that's because usually in other places they have other applications that does the batching. But
Oh, okay.
like they have these barcode batch machines that will put the dates and this thing on the packaging materials. Usually they do that. So we could actually also then code the work order into that to say, okay, once you do that, this should be what should be printed on the boxes, and we know. But in other places as well, most people will use the date of production as the batch. The date of production usually may be the batch. Brian, you want to add something? Your hand has been up for a long time. Hello, Brian. Right. So, Michael, we'll look into this and then we will see the best solution we can give you from Odoo. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks. So I don't know, Charles, Colonius, Michael, if there's any other thing, we can close this call and then regroup tomorrow, same time to review what we have done.
No,
Brian,
no comment.
said
Yes.
okay. Brian said anything from your side as well.
No, I'm cool.
No, okay. One last comment. Brian, can you please give me a list of your request so I can quickly do it tomorrow and then send it to you guys or make it ready. So when we start our meeting, we can just look at it. Yeah.
Brian, are you still on?
The request.
You are muted. The action, what we required from you, the action list, right?
Yes. So if you can share it with me,
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah.
can work on them, and then early tomorrow morning I send it to you, or I make it
During the day.
available. Yes, during the meeting. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
Brian, please, the
Noted.
actions listed. I said I hope you also listing the actions.
Yeah, so
I was
we
driving,
will
so I
get
couldn't
it
actually
together.
make notes. Perfect, guys. Okay, all right. Thank you so very much, everyone. We'll connect tomorrow.
All
All
right.
right.
Cheers.
Cheers.